start.
Hey, which Steven is this? I just gotta know.
Matthews.
Which Steven is this? I just gotta know.
The one who pretended all your animals were his animals.
Oh! How cute. Okay,
Yeah, he's a pretty fucked up bitch,
today,
but whatever.
let me tell you one of the original stories of the Sleeping Beauty. One of my personal favorite stories. As a child, when my wee mother told me as a wee child. No, my mother told me as a wee child. Okay, so basically, there's this sorcerer, and she went, and she was really angry for some reason. No one knows why. She was just so she went and she killed the king and the queen, right? But she was still kind of. So she went and she cursed the daughter to being asleep for 100 years. Also, can we talk about how does she not die? She's not eating anything. She's not doing anything. She's just laying there. How's she not dead? Anyway, she goes and she's sleeping. There's no true love's kiss to wake her up. That don't exist here. We don't do that. We don't mess with that shit. So one day, a king stumbles upon a castle overgrown with thorn bushes and vines and dead bodies because no one could get through the vines and the thorn bushes to get out or in, which means everybody inside died once all the food was gone, and everybody that tried to get in died because, thorns. So, thorns. So, these are these thorns are big, okay? So, they're big boys. So somehow, it blows my mind, he managed to get in. Okay, so he's wandering around ooh, dead people. And he goes up to the tower and he finds this girl. Instant love. So, not even said a word to this girl, not even touched her skin. not even gazed upon her for a full 60 seconds. Instant love, okay? And he comes and he visits her, not every day, every weekend. That's important. Every weekend. And she's still, sleeping, lullaby, put her out, So she's asleep. And this man comes visit her every weekend. Whole weekend he's there with her, okay? How's he eating? No one knows. Brings food, maybe. Wife, I'm going on a fishing trip. Goes to her. I don't know. Sorry. Okay. So he's visiting her every weekend, and one day he decides, I'm gonna take this to the next level, shorty. So he goes and he sleeps with this asleep queen princess. Okay, we don't know. How old would she be? She'd be at least 115 at this point. I mean, right?
Just continue.
Grandma. Okay. So he decides to start sleeping with this girl. Okay? A woman at this point. Woman. So, because we're near the end of her slumber. So he's having sex. Intercourse. Intercourse is natural, Shoto. Sorry.
With this woman who's asleep.
With this woman who's been asleep for years. I just realized something.
What?
She may be asleep, but could she feel it?
Just continue.
I don't want to think about that. Okay. So, old man she's never met, just having intercourse with her. So, in her sleep, she gets pregnant with twins. I forgot to mention that when I was talking to Mackenzie. She gets pregnant with twins. Okay, 2, dos. Not uno, dos. And she gives birth to these children. And they're grown up, they're happy, they're nice. And then the queen finds out, the queen that's awake. And then this princess wakes up. Fortunate timing on her part. Very unfortunate timing. It couldn't wait a few years, She had to wake up now. So, she has children now that she's never met before. And apparently, her baby daddy is there too. And so she's like, well, I'm just gonna accept this, and starts living there with her children, and lets the king come back every weekend. And then the queen finds out that he's not going on the fishing trip, he gonna see his side bitch. And so, he'd go. So she's like, I'm a killer, okay? So the queen goes, what's with all the hand motions, Abby? The queen goes and tries to rip the heart out and feed it of this princess mother now, and feed it to the king. That fails, obviously, because, thorn bushes and stuff. Can't get through there. That's also how the girl can't run away from him. So she instead tries to poison her. She poisoned herself. I didn't tell you that either, did I? No.
No, you did not.
She accidentally poisoned herself. She got in there somehow. Don't know how. And then she accidentally poisoned herself. She poisoned food, but she poisoned herself. And that's not the dumbest thing ever, though. There's a warrior, a famous warrior, the fiercest warrior in Japan, died from a nosebleed, bitch. Anyway, back to the story. Okay, back to the story. So, she, poisoned, she died, whatever, she was crazy anyway. We didn't like her. So, now this princess is eating food. I'm only assume, is it fruits or vegetables that have
Fruits?
seeds? Fruit, she's eating fruit, apparently. So she eats, I'm gonna say it's an apple. She eats an apple. This is generic Disney. She eats she ate a watermelon. No, she ate apple. And one of the seeds was poisoned. Or, I'm guessing the whole apple was seed. The seed was poisoned, and she's eating this at dinner with her family. And so she goes to bed and stuff, and then the seed plants itself in her stomach, because apparently she'd be eating dirt, too. So it has somewhere to plant itself, and it decided it was its stomach. And the tree, ever so quickly, grows up her, and out her mouth. It grows out of her mouth, which, if you're a real human, that's gonna kill you. And it killed her. She's dead now. And so the king, still in love with her, because fuck the queen. She was poisoned, but we don't care. That's right. What happened to the kids? Anyway. So he decides, I still love this princess baby mama girl, and continues to sleep with her dead body. The end. Go to sleep, children. Have a blessed day.
The most fucked up story for the most fucked up human I know.
Oh, but you didn't let me tell you the Cinderella one where they cut off parts of their feet.